Meowdy! Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I'm doing alright, other than my recent ban from Ami. What? How could they do this to me? Guys, I'm not allowed to order any more fumos or figurines or anything pretty much that I actually like. I'm not allowed to have nice things anymore. I got in trouble. I got in so much trouble. Basically, what had happened, from what I can tell, is I put in too many pre-orders, and I didn't pay for all those pre-orders that I got. I was trying to, I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna want this a month from now when it's released, or 6 months from now when it's released, and turns out that I didn't. Or, it was more expensive than I expected because the shipping method that I wanted to use, aka usually ground or, sea shipping, wasn't available, so it made the shipping like $100 for a single item, so... Poneko, did you try to avoid paying taxes again? Not this time! Not this time, Aryaton. I was just trying to buy a Deca Fumo, okay? The girlies know I like my Fumos. I have Moko, Kaguya, Tenshi, Reimu, Marissa, Pacholi. Do I have Teiwi? I think I do. Yeah, I have Teiwi and I have Raisin. I have a whole bunch of Fumos. And so I was thinking, I need the Deca Fumo. And I got the email and it said, 1 Deca Fumo. Pay for it now. I pre-ordered it like, I don't know, 4 months ago or something. And the shipping was like $160. And the Deca Fumo was like $500. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Why didn't you put them on a wish list and buy them when they come out? Because it costs more. Do you know how many freaking Fumo scalpers there are? That's why they started making them to order in the first place. Because the Fumo scalpers would make like one $30 Fumo cost $150. Like they would make them triple in price. Oh my god. So yeah, I wanted to buy a Deca Fumo, but I didn't. When push came to shove, I didn't buy it. I regret it. I wish I did. I wish I just bought this stupid thing. And the Fumos, they got their revenge, okay? They got their revenge and they banned me. So, I've messaged Ami to try and rectify the situation. And I'm hoping that they'll let me because I've spent so much money on Ami. You guys know, I'm willing to put down an arm and a leg for that kind of stuff. Also, let me say hello to everybody. So, meowdy everybody. Hello Gabby. Hello Caleb. Hello Aryaton. Lucas. Ami. Divide. Red Conscript. Missy. Cooler. Monster Stack. I'm scrolling down. Is there anybody I missed? Hello everybody. Meowdy. Welcome. Why scalp a plush toy based on Toho? I don't know. But that's why I was so eager to get it. And I mean, $500 for a giant plushie is pretty steep. And I was willing to pay for it because I knew how much the plushie was going to cost. I just didn't know that the shipping was going to be like $160 as well. Oh my god, it was so expensive. But I do regret it now, so for those of you in the audience that use Ami to buy Fumos, buy figurines, buy just general weeb shit, make sure you only pre-order things that you're okay with spending a lot in shipping if it turns out to be that way. Because otherwise you might get banned like I did. I hope that I get unbanned. I really do. I really do, because it's my favorite website to order things from other than the Good Smile website, but the problem with the Good Smile website is I can only buy Nendoroids from there and certain scale figures, whereas Ami has literally everything. So, I need to get this resolved. For 500 bucks, I'd expect the character itself to be shipped to my door. I mean, it kind of is. If you look at the Deca Fumo, I saw them in Japan too. So I was in awe of their just ginormous size. They're about how large are they again? Like, I'm using my hands to try and figure out. They're at least like 3 feet tall, I think, or 2 feet tall. And they're like 2 feet wide as well. They're big. They're monsters. They're really, really huge. And I think that they are worth it if it's something that you really want and can afford. And I had enough money to buy it, but it would have still been a pretty big expense. And I was thinking, well, what are my parents gonna think if I have this giant thing shipped in? They're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so cool. They might be like, how much was it? I'm gonna be like, $600. And then they're gonna judge me. But I would take the judgment next time around over the ban, over the big old ban hammer. It was probably bound to happen eventually though, because I really didn't think that they were gonna have a big problem with certain pre-orders being canceled. I feel like that's just a part of the business, to be honest, you know? Like, not every pre-order goes through. But you know what? Some of them do go through when it comes to me. I'm not extremely unreliable. I'm just a little bit unreliable, okay? Just a little bit. Meowdy Kozaku, welcome, welcome. How are you? At least you didn't spend all the money on pop figures. I would never waste a single cent on that. In fact, I would probably pay money to exterminate all pop figures from existence. Frickin' Funko Pops. Disgusting! Disgusting. I hate it. Ew. So gross. But yeah, I have been collecting the figures for a pretty long time. Nendoroids were my gateway drug. Yep. Nendoroids started it all. Those things have to be haunted. You think so, Lucas? I don't know. I feel like there are probably good spirits in there. But I angered the spirits when I didn't buy them. And so then I was cursed. And my account was banned. Foolish Poneko, why don't you be like me, who spends his money on a metal Sonic plush toy? Would that be much better? Would that be a better way to spend it? Those things will actually wipe out the human race. I'm not joking. I think you might know something I don't, Caleb. You ever done a tour of the collection you got? I've posted in the Discord, I think, a few times some of my figure collection and some of the fumos. I haven't updated it recently though, because I have gotten more fumos, you know, and over the course of, I think, a year and a half, I've accumulated a collection of around 8 fumos. So it's been quite a bit. And I'm hoping to get more. Hopefully I can get more if I get unbanned. I sent the message yesterday asking for them to unban me, but I think it's the weekend here and it's the weekend in Japan as well, so hopefully they just haven't seen it yet, and hopefully they will let me back in. Please. Please. What will I do without the fumos? If that happens, I might just need you guys to order them for me and then send them to me. I might need to go a roundabout way. You know. No more monetary donations. Nope. The only currencies I accept are fumos and figurines. Here's my gosh darn PFP for crying out loud. That's true. Yes, Metal Sonic is worth it. I should know. I stand the hell out of him. It sounds like you might be a little bit biased. Like Throne? I don't know, maybe. As long as I get the fumo, that's all I care about. The methods, you know, I don't care about the methods. I don't care if you bought it, if you stole it. As long as I get it in the end, it's okay with me. We need a Fumo donation button now. I know. I need to get that set up. Someday. If I'm not able to resolve it, that might be my last resort. Might be what has to be done. God, can you believe that though? Who gets banned from buying too much stuff? I know I didn't buy every single thing I said I was gonna buy, but I bought most of it, okay? I bought most of it. My neighbor threw a party last night and I won't be able to sleep tonight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sucks too. Like before a Monday, to not be able to get sleeping. Poneko endorses stealing kids. No, it's not stealing if it's for me. You're robbing from the rich, people who have fumos, to give to the poor. Me! You're basically a hero. You're like Robin Hood. What fumo would you say is your next target? Like, any from Toho or... For me, I like to try and get pretty much any fumo that's available that is a character that I like. I'd really like a Cyrano fumo. That's probably my top. Cyrano and Yomu are probably the ones that I want the most right now. But I would like to get a lot of the different ones. You know, pretty much any fumo that's a character that I actually care about and like, I would want. Some of the characters from the newer Toho games I don't really like as much just because I don't know them as well. Like, when it comes to Toho, past Toho 12? Yeah, past Toho 12, I don't really care that much about any of the characters. I mean, like, I'm a classic Toho fan. These new games, new characters, they're cool, but I don't think that the designs are quite as strong. You know, there's not enough floppy hats, right? Steal from the rich and give to the poor. Exactly, Caleb. And yep, Missy, you get, oh, we Robin Hood in. Yes. The 9 fumo, exactly. I think that's probably the fumo that I would most want to have at this point in time. Other than Yomu and Sakura, or excuse me, Sakuya. Sakuya, Yomu, and Kirino. Those are probably my top 3 fumo picks right now. If there was an Orin FOMO, I would really want that as well because Orin is one of my favorite Toho characters, but she's unfortunately not very popular. So the only fumos you can get for Orin, I believe, are custom made. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough having good taste while no one else has good taste. So I probably have to buy it at a premium. Sad. How did you get banned? I got banned because I made too many pre-orders without paying for all of them. So let's say I made a pre-order for a Deca Fumo. I did. This is a real situation. I made a pre-order for a Deca Fumo, and when the pre-order came in, it said, "We got your Fumo. It's ready. Please pay us now." I didn't pay, so they didn't send it to me, which usually they'll just cancel it and, you know, someone else will buy the Yomu Deca Fumo. I really don't think they're gonna have trouble selling that. But because I caused trouble for them, they banned me for that. I have bought other items on AmiAmi though and paid for them, so it's not as though I'm constantly just trying to buy stuff without paying for it ever. Oh no, don't worry, I'll help. Thank you, Joshua, thank you. Yep, we're gonna need to boycott AmiAmi if this happens. Say, give me back my rights. I'm an American. Let me buy from you. Oh, also, recently, for those of you that were on the stream on Friday, we finished Grey Garden. What did you guys think? Was everyone in here? Are you permaban? For now, I'm gonna try and appeal it. I'm gonna say, well, I already said to them, I'm sorry, please. I will be more careful about pre-ordering in the future. But hopefully they'll reconsider, and I'll be left back in again. You loved it, of course you did, Missy. You love everything Funamusea. But for those of you in the chat, how many of you was it your first time seeing Grey Garden? And how many of you had you played Grey Garden in the past? Like, how many veterans were in the chat, basically? Are you a veteran cooler, or did you play it for the first time? Grey Garden is based. I enjoyed the nostalgia I had on Friday. So it definitely was not your first time then. I see, I see. Interesting. So now I have the main Funamusea trifecta. The Grey Garden, Mogeko's Castle, and Wadanohara. Me lowering my hand, having watched/seen the game so many times. Oh my god, how many times have you played it, Missy? I'm just curious. I like to replay things a lot too, and just rewatch stories, so I definitely feel you. For me, when it comes to a new anime that, you know, it might be good, versus an anime that I've watched that I know is good, because I've watched it before, probably 8 times out of 10, I'm just gonna rewatch the show that I liked. You've never seen nor played Grey Garden before. I see, I see. But then again, I don't think I've ever played any Funa games, so I don't know what I was expecting either. Huh. There's also Garden Grey the gender bend mini story. It seems like you're joking, but I also feel like that could be a real thing. Funnily enough, I've never played it myself, actually. I really need to. I know, sacrilegious of me. Oh my god, Missy! Remember when I was talking about you guys confessing your sins on stream? I feel like you did a little bit early. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. It is real. Oh my goodness, Missy. Does this mean I'm a bigger Funamusea fan than you? Oh, Meowdy Perfect Invasion. Hello, hello. Oh, you enjoyed the songs? Thank you very much. No, Caleb is right. I've seen Grey Garden the myself, or Garden Grey the myself. It's weird. Huh. Is it an official Funamusea? Well, not probably official, but is it by Funamusea? I'm gonna look it up. Are you guys pulling my leg? Oh! No, this is real. It's real. I'm gonna send the link in the chat. Garden Grey the... Oh my god. Funamusea really did do art for all of them. Oh my god. Wait, I need to show you guys this. Look at how cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. I feel like if Etihui looked like that, Etihui would have so many more Sims. And also Caleb is like the cutest creature I've ever seen. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's adorable. Oh wow. Okay, but like Etihui as a guy is kind of hot. Kind of schmecksy. And Caleb is just really cute. Is there nothing Funamusea can't do? Oh my god. They made him a massive tsundere. He's always been tsundere, but yeah. I feel like as a girl, it would just be emphasized. The tsundere levels. Oh my goodness. I need to play this game. Do they have it in English, or is it only a Japanese exclusive for now? Well, it says Garden Grey the revolves around Etihui eating the chocolate cake that Woda is prepared for Caleb. Upon finding out, Caleb becomes angry and runs out of the castle. Etihui soon follows to apologize to Caleb. And it's suitable for all ages and contains no content warnings. Let's go! A Funamusea game that has no age restriction and no content warnings? Oh my god. I feel like it's too good to be true. It's in English as well? I might have to play that on stream. I'm gonna stop reading it. I don't want to get spoiled about what happens after he finds her and apologizes about eating the cake. I know, right? It's hard to believe. Yeah. Funamusea just, like, she does so much. One thing, though, that I really want to play is, watching the Iceberg Isle. I think that's probably what it would be called in English, right? Do they only have that in Japanese for now? Has that been translated? And it's also only like 12 minutes long, so nice and small little game. I might have to play that, like make a let's play of that or something instead of streaming it then, just because it's so short. How can one single small ghost do so much? I know. And she does content for all of her games. I do want to play the Iceberg game though. It looks pretty cool. So, I'm kind of curious. If you had to rate Grey Garden, Wada Nohara, and Mogeko's Castle based on how much you enjoyed it, how would you rate them? I feel like it's kind of hard because I like each of the games, but I feel like they all have different strengths if I was to rank each one of them. In terms of like the best story, I feel like Wada Nohara has the most peaks and valleys, which kind of keeps you on your toes constantly. But Wada Nohara, I feel like, also kind of takes the longest to really take off and become super interesting. Because even though all of the characters have their motivations for acting the way they do, you don't really get that much, that many interesting things happening in the very beginning of the story. Like, the characters feel rather one-dimensional, even though there is more to them. Like Samakichi in the beginning, I was like, I hate this guy. Oh my god. Why is he constantly just getting in our way? Ugh. He's just tsundere. But then I found out later on why Samakichi had the reasons that he did, and then now he's my favorite. So, did a 180 on that opinion there. Mogeko's Castle is based, and Grey Garden is based. I think Wada Nohara might also be based because, so they're all based. They are all based. It's just which one is the basedest, you know? Mogeko's Castle is a wide ride. Wada Nohara is a slow start, but really gets you in the feels later. And the Grey Garden is just a lovely ride all around. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that Grey Garden is the most consistent throughout. And Mogeko's Castle is, I think, the craziest Funamusea game in my opinion. Like, it's definitely the most unique. There are, even though every Funamusea game stands alone and is its own clearly unique story, there's just nothing that's even similar to Mogeko's Castle that exists. I mean, honestly, can you even think of something that there are any real parallels to? Like, they're all unique in their own way, but I feel like I've never seen another Mogeko's Castle, ever. Also, we do not speak of he who should not be named. Yep. I think that's who you're talking about, at least. I do feel like Grey Garden, though, did have the best size of cast, where everyone got to shine, everyone was important to the story, and each character was memorable. I definitely did get a little bit lost in the sauce with all of the characters in Wada Nohara. And I did feel like when it came to the familiars of Wada Nohara, like, the only one that I really liked was the octopus guy. And obviously Samakichi, but I'm talking about, like, the current familiars. I think Memoka, what was the other one's name? I don't really remember all of the familiars' names, because it has been a while. That's another thing, I can't remember all the characters' names in Wada Nohara. Fukami, yeah. I think Fukami was my favorite familiar, whereas these two, let me see, can I put screenshots in here? No. Wait. Let me copy this real quick. It doesn't want to let me copy and put it in. Whoops. I don't know, the little dolphin girl and the and the seagull, alright? Those two, Memoka and Dolphy, yes. I got a photo of them. I feel like they're some of the cutest Funamusea characters, but for me, they weren't really as interesting as other characters I've seen her make. They were really, really great for the purpose that they served, which was being adorable. And they did that well. But I think when it comes to, like, cute but interesting characters, Rawberry, I think, did a better job of combining, you know, that cuteness, but with also some darkness involved and just more layers to the personality. That's what I think. Pick me, I know names. Dolphy's a dolphin and Momoka is a seagull, yep. Yeah, I remember all of their species. I just didn't remember what their names were. But Fukumi was definitely the best familiar of the main cast. Yeah, the supporting cast in Grey Garden are way better in my opinion. Yeah, that's how I feel too. It's not to say that one is bad or that the other, you know, is so much better, but it's just in terms of degrees, you know. That's how I feel about it. In terms of protagonists, I feel like Grey Garden, in my opinion, had the most funny protagonist, the most unique protagonist, because I just haven't really seen too many characters that are as funny and as charismatic as Yosafire. But Wana Nohara was really great too. She was a very tragic lead. But I didn't really like Yonika that much. Yonika is my least favorite of the Funamusea protagonists. Definitely a lot more humor and good feels in the Grey Garden. Yeah, that's another thing. I think that Grey Garden had a lot more funny moments and was a lot happier than both games in general. But I just like to think things to be a bit more simple because simple can be powerful. Yeah, I do think that having a lot of balls in the air all at once definitely increases the likelihood that you'll drop one of them, you know? Yosafire being a ditz is an interesting choice for the protagonist, yeah. I agree. One thing, though, that Funamusea games seem to constantly have is that the side protagonist, what is the name for that again? Deuteragonist? Does anyone know the name? Oh, yeah. How do you say this? Deuteragonist. I just played it. The diction thing from it, the learn to pronounce on Google. Yeah. I feel like every single Funamusea game has the best deuteragonists. Just period. Froze, Samekichi, and what was it? Imperfect Mogeko? Defect Mogeko, yeah. Defect Mogeko. Dudo, what again? Deuteragonist. It sounds like doo-doo. It means the person second in importance to the protagonist in a drama. So yeah, I think pretty much in every game, near the best or like one of the best characters is consistently the deuteragonist. Like Samekichi, Defect Mogeko, and Froze. I feel like if you were to say that those are your top 3 favorite Funamusea universe characters, that would be valid. Those are some high tier characters in my opinion. I have a big crush on Yonika. Oh no, Divide. But she only likes her brother. She won't be into you. Yonika was an interesting protagonist. I just didn't like her as much. I thought that I didn't like the obsession she had with her brother. Partially because I didn't think it made that much sense. And also because Defect Mogeko was so much cooler. I like the ending where Defect Mogeko and Yonaka end up together. Yeah, I love everything about her character. Also, that's valid. She is definitely an interesting protagonist. I just like the other two a little bit more. Oh yeah, I forgot Yonika was from Alabama. I feel like that's a pretty big part of her character. She reminded you of Tomoko. She does have some similarities with Tomoko, definitely. Especially with the way that she looks. I don't think she's as socially awkward, though. They are both a little bit of bro-cons, though. A little bit. I love the part in the bonus room where Met teases Yonika for liking her brother. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I think that the other characters in Mogeko's castle were interesting, but yeah, Grey Garden has the best cast, period, for me. Just every single character. Oh, one thing I was wondering, do you guys have theories about who the person was that was trying to invite Iblis, I guess, to come invade the world? Because earlier they were saying, oh, somebody had to have let Iblis in order for him to be able to come here. Has that been resolved at all? Oh, Missy, tell me your theories. Unless your theories are literally just like, if it's in another story and they reveal it. But implied things I think are okay, because we might have missed out on a few of the different implications, potentially. I want to hear Missy's answer, though. Who do I think it could have been, based on what had happened? I think this is part of the answer where we learned the name Fate. Wait, is that a character? I'm hoping that the person who let Iblis in and all of the gang, I hope that they were a character that was actually in the story, though. Because I feel like it would be a little bit of a cop-out to have it be an off-screen character doing it. That's just what I think. But let me remind myself of all of the major characters. I feel like the most likely thing after everything that we saw was maybe Lowry or Raspel? I don't know. I feel like those two characters are maybe my most likely contenders. Because I don't think that Froze would do it. And I definitely don't think Yosify, we call them the mastermind. You mean the bird people? No, I don't think that Grief did it. I think it's possibly maybe Lowry. They told Iblis about the existence of the Grey Garden before the events of the game took place. While their identity still remains a secret, they will make an appearance in the future. Is the mastermind a character that we've already met? Because if it's a character that we've already met, I feel like there should be... We should be able to maybe figure it out partially. Because if it's like an off-screen character, I mean, there's no way for us to like reason out who it was that did it. You know? I'm gonna take another drink of water. The reason why I think maybe... I mean, it just doesn't really make too much sense for me for anybody to have done it. Perhaps we are not fully sure. Some people suggested satanic. Some folks suggested sin or fate, or that fate is sin. Huh. But satanic isn't in the world of Grey Garden, right? So how would he be able to know? Satanic, oh yeah, wait. Does Satanic live in the Grey Garden universe? Like in that area? I know apparently he makes a quick little, he shows up a bit in Grey Garden apparently. I didn't remember or I didn't notice, but does he live there? Like, would Satanic have had access to the Grey Garden? So, he made a few cameos in the game implying he's around. Do you know if he made cameos in the areas that, Yosify inhabits, or was it, like, in the areas that Iblis lives in? Because if it's in the areas that Iblis lives in, would that imply that he would know about the setting of the Grey Garden? What is the name of the setting? The different areas, anyways. I'm gonna look through the wiki now that I'm allowed on there. Also, oh my gosh, I was just looking through the wiki and this is so cute. This little keychain. Oh my god, it's too cute. I need it. I need it. Funamusea has the best merch. At least I'll never get banned from buying Funamusea merch. His world is connected to Wada's for sure. He rules over Nenokuni, but his world is connected somehow to a lot of the other worlds. Okay. I feel like it would be more interesting if it was an insider all along. It's also possible, too, that it would be Woda's or... What's her name again? The girl that looks really similar to Woda's. It's possible that's one of those, too. Because I know they were super mad about everything that had happened in the past, so... Maybe there could be some revenge going on there? I don't know. I've always had the headcanon that Yonika's dad was Kiryu from Yakuza, and her brother didn't kill him, he just killed their mom because Kiryu left for obvious Yakuza reasons. Well, that I'm glad that that is a headcanon and not actually canon, because I feel like that would be very, very strange. In the Great Garden, Satanic appears as the writer of the Wharfroach Testament under the pen name STN in the library. Wow. How many Wharfroach references were there, anyways, in the Great Garden? I saw so many. I saw a ridiculous amount of Wharfroach just written down. I'm looking at Wharfroaches right now, actually. I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. Actually, maybe I have. They look kind of like pill bugs a little bit. Huh. I've definitely caught them in Animal Crossing, though. Recife also mentions to Caleb about coming to the one devil's place that is throwing a party. That devil is Satanic throwing the party. Yeah. I see. Okay, okay. So, would you say that Satanic is your #1 guess? And also, who is Fate? Fate from the Grey Garden. Or are they from another series? Because, I mean, I guess it certainly is possible. Oh, shit, wait. This is another character from an ending I haven't gotten. I still haven't played the other endings. That would probably help before I start making guesses. Resiful is also talking on the phone to some unknown entity saying Iblis blank is in their world. We suspect this is about Iblis' son, Adauchi, in Satanic's world. Yeah, Fate is in the Grey Garden, but I was just looking them up and it said that they show up in the normal end of Grey Garden, which I don't remember seeing them in the ending I got. I got the best ending, right? Huh. I told you guys. I know how to make the correct decisions. I might get caught in some cases by the stupid BS chase scene, but when it comes to choosing the right decision, I know. So, you guys should listen to me. And a bonus video with red eyes. Yep. Yeah, I'll have to watch it. And? What is it, Missy? I still can't believe I killed Iblis so fast. He really died in around 3 turns exactly. Oh, I know that Funamusea wants to make the game more story-driven, and I really do appreciate that because I hate grinding. I just wish that maybe I never attacked any creatures outside of the main story to begin with. So it would be a more interesting fight. The power of being over-leveled. I know! That's another thing, too, that I don't like about games that require grinding. And I know that the Grey Garden doesn't require any grinding, which is the great part of it. I'm just so used to RPG games requiring, like, even just a little bit of grinding. But yeah, that's the problem with those sort of games to begin with, is that you'll either be way too weak and it'll feel horrible, or you'll be way too strong. You hate grinding. Wait, how did you play Disgaea again? Disgaea is different, okay? Disgaea definitely does require quite a bit of grinding, but part of the thing I like about Disgaea is it makes the grinding relatively painless, and it makes the grinding itself kind of fun, because you're able to strategize about effective ways to grind, which I feel like is part of the gameplay itself, rather than, oh, I'm walking around a dungeon and I'm attacking enemies for 2 hours until I get to a high enough level to fight the boss, you know? So, while I think I would probably enjoy Disgaea more if I didn't have to grind and it was just like a series of battles, I probably... I don't really have too much of a problem with the grinding in Disgaea. Does that make sense? The day a new Funa game comes out is the day I scream as loud as possible. Yes! Someday soon! Someday soon. Have you guys seen the recent post that Funamusea has made about a new universe, I think it was? I don't remember what exactly it was called, but there was something new that she was teasing. Do you remember what the name of it was, Missy? I also suspect that Fate and Woda's had a hand in all this. Yeah. I think that Woda's maybe did, because they were emphasizing how much Woda's wanted revenge. And Woda's also, I feel like, is a little bit too strong to have been beaten as easily as he was. Right? So I feel like there had to have been an insider there who let him in, because that's what they were saying at the end, is that an insider let him in. So that's what I think happened. Yes. Poneko theories. If Mogeko's Castle Gaiden comes out this year, I will officially be overloaded with hype. Wait, is that a real thing? Are they making a remake of Grey Garden soon? For real? Do you mean Carnival Rhythm or A Paradise Submerged in Darkness? I think it's A Paradise Submerged in Darkness. Let me look it up really quick. Here we go. It says Funamusea plans on making this after the Grey Garden remake. And a gameplay preview was shown on stream. Oh yeah. Wow. Let me send the link to the wiki page so everyone can look at what I'm talking about. Oh, so this is like part 2 of the Grey Garden. Because all the characters appear to be Etihui and Caleb and Yosafire and Ivlis. So this is a sequel. The Grey Garden remake is a thing in the world along with a prequel. Oh, is this a prequel? Oh, the story of A Paradise Submerged in Darkness take place after the normal end of the Grey Garden where... Ooh, I haven't seen the normal end yet. I shouldn't have read that. But I knew that the normal end probably had something kind of bad in it. Let me see. Yep, it's a huge visual change. I see. And is Carnival Rhythm gonna be at all a rhythm game? Or no, not really. Because for me, I'm imagining like, what's that game with the drums that people play? Oh wow. This game isn't out yet, right? Oh my god, Shrimp is so cute. The protagonist of Carnival Rhythm. She's adorable. She looks like a very tsundere version of Yonika. Huh. Pretty cool. Good stuff. Yep, she's doing a Grey Garden remake. Oh, oops. Kozaku, it's not a remake, it's a new game. They're making a remake, and they're also making a sequel, it appears. Most likely not, but it will have combat. Ebihara can fight back with her bat. Okay. I see. You made a meme with shrimp, actually. Do people know anything about them? About the characters inside of it? Let me read the premise for this really quick and also send the link in the chat. Carnival Rhythm will be her biggest game yet. Lots of characters. I wonder when this will be done. Wow. Let's see. Centers around Ebihara, a human high school girl who, after getting in a fight with her friend, ends up in a world inhabited by many demons who love human meat. The world of Carnival Rhythm is divided into the seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter. Each seasonally inspired area are considered terrorists with a potential lord. A majority of the game will follow Sachiko as she wanders in this world. It'll be rated 18 due to depictions of gore. By comparison, Wada no Hara was rated R15 by Deep Sea Prisoner. So you're telling me there's gonna be more gore than in Wada no Hara? Oh my god. I feel like, for me personally, if I was the one rating these, I feel like Wada no Hara should probably be rated like 18 and older. And I feel like Grey Garden should probably be rated 16 and up. So if this is rated 18 and up, maybe nobody should be playing this. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe it's too much for anyone to handle. It looks pretty violent, I have no doubt about that. All the red ketchup and strawberry jam effects. Yeah. Speaking of red blood and effects like that, do you guys know about the story behind why Danganronpa had to make the blood all pink? Apparently it's because they wanted to get a teen rating, but they weren't able to do that with the red color of blood. So they had to make it like an implied color, like pink. Interesting stuff. Maybe Funamusea could use that strategy next time. If she wants to make a teen game, but still have, you know, a little bit of violence. In the US, it'd probably be 18 plus for WADA. In Japan, they are a little looser with the 15 plus. Yeah, it seems that way. I still feel like you could get away with a teen rating for sure for Grey Garden, because it isn't as explicit from what I saw, at least. It's implied, but it's not as explicit. CR sounds like Doom Eternal, and the fact that Shrimp looks like a female schoolgirl Doom guy without the helmet doesn't make the similarities unnoticed. Does she look anything like the guy from Doom? Devil Girl, Evelyn, and Buri-ing will also be 18 plus. Are any of the characters that Funamusea has made in the past gonna show up in the Carnival, or not, yeah, Carnival Rhythm? Like past characters outside of Shrimp? Because she has so many characters, I feel like I hope some of them are at least going to be used in this. Those are some characters that she's made that I like a lot that I haven't really seen too much of. Like, oh my god, let me just get up an example of like one of my favorite Funamusea character designs that I haven't seen. All these little angel girls are pretty cute. I really like this unicorn. And no, I'm not talking about Uni. I know you think I am, but I'm not. I do like that unicorn though. But I'm talking about... What's her name again? Is her name Nortkelle Electron? I'm sorry, Funamusea. What kind of name? Excuse me? I really like this design of Funamusea's. I don't know what she does, but she's just so cool looking. Probably one of my favorite Funamusea character designs. Look at the hair. The rainbow in the hair. Oh my god. And that biker jacket. Jesus. I hope she's gonna be in it. As long as she's not one of the characters that are gored, because that would make me very sad. Nortkelle has a swag outfit. She does. The unicorn. She's a big deal, like a super high on the list of important people. Really? She is? So is she gonna be in this new game, or? I thought that she was just a character design for now that we don't know too much about. Nortkel is main character material. I almost feel like she's too flashy to be a main character. I feel like she would have to be a side character or someone that's a very, very important, like the passerby demon, you know? She's a powerful being. I can tell. Look at that horn. That horn's sharp. I can tell that she's very, very powerful. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Guys, I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at Funamusea's character list. There's so many good designs. Oh my god. So many good characters. Jesus. There've also been like a few Funatubers I think that have been in development. Like original Funamusea character designs. I think I've talked about this before, but Uni and who all were designed by Funamusea originally? Uni and Reina and Roro, I believe, were all originally designed by Funamusea, whereas everyone else was either designed with, like, you know, little bits of input, or Rushi, I think in her case, she gave a character concept that Funamusea did, but yeah, Uni and Reina and Roro all came directly from Funamusea's mind. She has a few more. Someone said Reina the Vtuber. Yeah. Reina the Vtuber. She is one of our sisters. She hasn't streamed super recently, but she also likes to play League of Legends, and she was one of the people who originally got me into VTubing because we were, you know, and we still are, but we were good friends back in the day, and I saw her VTuber model, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. I love this art style. I need it. So then I commissioned my own model from Funamusea after that. She inspired me because her model was just so gosh darn cute. What about you, Po? Got yours with input or without? With me, I sent a character design directly to her, and then she made a few different, like, adjustments. She added a few things. So the changes that Funamusea made to my design from the original draft that I sent her is she added my cute little earrings, she added the black dress, and changed my my coat, which was a long jacket that closed and had a skirt. She changed it to be just a coat with the dress, and she added the choker, added the fishnets, but everything else though was in the original design, like the big pink boots with the straps. My jacket was the same. I have always had these little sparkly ruby gems, and of course I've always been a radioactive cat girl. Poneko's VTuber page. Thank you, Missy. Missy is so good about updating all of these pages. I'm very thankful for it. My god, so many links. I know. I just want everyone to be able to appreciate my mama. And also me. Yeah. But she was working on a few VTuber models in the past, I think, where she had one that was really cute that was a shrimp she was working on. And she also had another one that she was working on that was another cat girl too, like a cat girl demon. And then also another whale, I believe. So I really hope that someday she's able to release those. I know that she is swamped with work just on our VTuber siblings, all of these games that she has planned, and just generally making merchandise, doing scabs. She is doing a lot of stuff. But you want to know something? I am probably Rushi and I are like the closest things to a Funamusea protagonist because we both have braids. Now, it is a scientific fact that for Funamusea games, over 50% of the main characters have braids. When it comes to the video games, alright? Like Mogeko's Castle, and then Wada Nohara, and Carnival Rhythm. Main characters all have braids, so, you know. You could say I'm the main character of this universe. That wasn't even intended when I originally designed my character, though. Yosafire doesn't have braids. Yeah, that's why I said, like, over 50%. Not all, but I also have around Yosafire's hair color, so it gives more evidence to my theory. A typical Funacom for a full-body skeb is about 20,000 yen, which is around $150 USD. You can wiggle it around a bit depending with what you're looking for and how much detail you want. Yosafire was always inside of the Pope. Yes. Even though I didn't know about her at the time, she was always an inspiration to me. But wait, if you and everyone had braids, then no one is special. I'm kidding. True. And I can always take my braids out. They aren't stuck like this, even though it might be like that for now. I can't take it out. Speaking of Funamusea commissions, has anyone seen her recent like little emotes? Oh, they are so good. They're the best emotes I've ever seen. Oh my god, they're so cute. You can find them listed on here. They're super, super cute. If I ever get emotes one day, I'd like Funamusea to make them, but she's so busy, so I don't wanna add to her busyness. I really need to save up for a Funamusea commission. Oh well. Yep. They cost an arm and a penny, but they are worth it. And I think she prices everything really, really fairly too. Like surprisingly fairly. I'm excited for Torin's rigging when they come back. Yeah. I saw Funamusea was doing a stream of Torin's rigging process, so I'm very, very excited for him to get the model ready. Super, super. I'm so excited for the skeb me and Missy are getting. Oh my god, what are you guys getting? Tell me. Tell Auntie Poneko all about it. I want to hear it all. All the details. As long as you can say them around children. As long as it's nothing too yabai, alright? You can tell me. You can tell Auntie Poneko anything. Teehee. Oh no, Missy! Are you getting something yabai? Please. No! Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Speaking about something NSFW with Fumus and Satanic, of course it is, Missy. Oh my god. It's a bit 18 plus. A bit? Yeah? It is yabai, isn't it? Yeah. I thought it might be, but I was holding out some hope. But no. I've been disappointed once again. No, it's okay. You get what you want. I bet Funamusea makes so much money though, just making NSFW artwork of her own characters. I remember we were talking about this on the stream earlier, but if the HoloLive artists, I do feel like it's a little bit different though, because the HoloLive girls are kind of also actual girls, but if they were to draw rated 18 art of the characters that they made come to life, they could probably sell that for a pretty penny, I think. They probably would never do that though, which would probably be wise. But what's another really popular show that I think would make a lot of money from doing something like that? Something more relevant. I would have money. I would like to get something with my favorite Obsolete Dream duet. Missing Reina. Maybe it would be even something spicy, you know? Maybe. I do feel like people like to get their very spicy commissions from her. I think that Funamusea's favorite character to draw NSFW of, though, is probably Lobko. That's, you know, it's a theory, but I think it's founded. Lobko and Satanic. But I don't know how much of it, though, is because people just want an SFW of Satanic. Rather than Lobko and Iblis. Really? Iblis over Satanic? I feel like she draws more of Satanic than of Iblis. But that might be because I follow Mako, my brother, on Instagram, who is obsessed with Satanic and retweets anything Satanic related. So I feel like it could be related to that, potentially. As well as Iblis and Satanic, like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. The two of them. You can't really have one without the other in a lot of cases, I think. Just based on the art. Even though I didn't even see them that much together inside of the Grey Garden. But they're always together, the two of them. They're crazy. So I'm gonna get rid of these little photos for now. Even though they are very cute. Here we go. Da, 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 da. There we are. I'm obsessed with them. They are so cute. Oh my god. Does Funa draw any characters from other games and shows? I've seen her draw other VTubers, and I don't know. What I'd really like to see Funamusea draw would be Madoka Magica art. I don't think I've ever seen her draw that, though. Oh yeah, and she's drawn a lot of Yumeniki as well. But I think it would be really neat to see Madoka in her art style. And also Homura. I think that would just be really, really good art. Oh, Meowdy Chris, how are you? How are you? Yeah, she did a really cute Salome drawing. Super, super cute. Oh my god, I feel so bad. I've just been fangirling about my mama for like a whole hour. Oh my goodness. She drew Henten in South Park style? She did? Wait a second. I'm trying to get the art she did of Salome, but I can't find it. Sad. I'm here to fangirl and feed you. Please feed me fumos. I need them. I'm not allowed to get them anymore. I need them. By the way, have any of you guys ever been banned from something? Banned from like a Walmart, perhaps? Or Club Penguin? Some sort of game? Even YouTube? Yeah, the last time I was ever banned from something, other than the recent incident that we've talked about to death, was Fantage, which is basically like a dress-up game for younger girls. But it wasn't my fault, though. It really, really wasn't. I did nothing wrong, okay? Basically, what had happened is I, being a good, nice friend, when my friend, who was very poor in Fantage, she did not have the beautiful clothing and hairstyles and wigs that I had. So I let her use my account to play on it and, you know, pretend to be... I let her pretend to be pretty on my account, basically, alright? But she had allegedly given my password and username to another girl who used my account to do some yabai things on. Let's just say it like that. And when somebody's doing yabai things on a game that is meant for 12-year-olds, people are going to have a problem with that. People are going to have a big, big problem. And they did. Wait a second, South Park Hanten? When you said South Park, I was literally thinking like the American TV show. I thought that's what you were talking about. I was like, she did South Park fan art? What? Weirdly enough, I want to see Funa draw Juri from Street Fighter. Out of all the characters, I think Juri is the most Funamusea character that isn't Funamusea that I want to see her draw. Oh, Meowdy Magalune! Welcome, welcome. What are fumos? Alright, let me tell you about what fumos are, okay? Fumos are basically those little Toho plushies that you see everywhere. They've been memed to death. Let me get a photo for you so you can see what I'm talking about. They're these little guys, alright? These cuties. Let me put them on the side over here. You want her to draw Zangief? It's also a guy from Street Fighter. They are super, super cute. And they're just really memeable too. Really fun little creatures. I think this is a photo of like all of the canon fumos that are available. Or most of them. Oh, too many fumos. It's too large. There we go. I have a few of the fumos pictured there. I got the Teiwi, I got the Tenshi, I have an Alice one, Pacholi, Kaguya, Reimu and Marissa, and I think, is that everyone? Is that all of you? I also have Raisin too, who I'm not sure is in there. Oh, never mind, Raisin's right there. I see her big ol' little bunny ears. Oh, whoops. Let me pick this up and make it teeny weeny. Put it right over there. Can you fumo yourself too? That would be nice merch. It would be. I want to. I just don't know how much it would cost for materials, how much it would cost to make. Because, you know, the only person who's gonna make a custom fumo for me without me paying them is gonna be me. So I would probably have to make them all by hand. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make my own fumo, and then I'll see how long it takes for me to make it, and then price it accordingly. But I gotta say, a Poneko fumo would not be cheap. It wouldn't even be by choice. It's literally just probably would take a long time. Oh, this is my favorite one. Waisobaka. Bro, why isn't anybody showing you this? You just need better friends, Caleb. I don't know what to tell you. You need better friends with good taste. Friends like me. Speaking of good taste, has anyone been watching any of the new shows this season? I've only been watching like 2. I watched the new Megumin show, which is named, what is it again? I just call it the one with Megumin in it, the Megumin spinoff. What is the name of this thing? Why can't I find the name? Oh, Kamikatsu Konosuba Megumin spinoff? Is that literally the name? It's just freaking Megumin spinoff? No. Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world. That's the title, okay? That's the title of the Megumin spinoff. Now, Megumin is not my favorite character from Konosuba. Aqua has that title. I like Aqua the best. I think Aqua's the funniest. She's my favorite one. And for me, Megumin, she's probably tied kind of with Darkness. Maybe she's a little bit better than Darkness. Darkness is also a little bit one note. And I felt like Megumin was really, really one note about just explosion magic for like the first season of Konosuba. And then the second season, she started having some character development. But funnily enough, in this Konosuba Megumin prequel, she has a lot more character development than like the whole first season of regular Konosuba. I mean, why haven't I noticed this page and Funa made fan art of Lenore? Very nice. I started watching Toriko recently. It's weird, but pretty fun so far. Toriko? What show is that? Is that one of the new ones that came out? Or is it an older anime? Ooh, this looks like some classic shonen. It doesn't look like it's airing now, though. You need to catch up on Gundam, the Witch from Mercury? Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I've seen these characters before. Yeah, because they're the Gundam characters. 2 female Gundam main characters? Ooh. Usually I don't really like Gundam that much just because it's too masculine. That isn't the only reason. I also just don't really like mechas in general. I'm not a mecha kind of person. I don't like seeing characters go into robot suits and fight. I'd rather see the characters themselves fight. When it comes to action, I'm usually kind of picky. But Gundams are just action with metal suits. And so I feel like there's less at stake, which makes it less interesting because, you know, if the Gundam gets its head blown off, it doesn't really matter that much because the person on the inside isn't even in the part that's the head of the Gundam. They're inside the chest, right? I'm not really a mecha fan either, but Witch from Mercury definitely hits different. I might have to check it out. I only half tolerated the mechas in Evangelion, and also I really tolerated, I pretty much just looked away from the mechas in Code Geass. The mechas were my least favorite part of Code Geass, period. I love Code Geass, you guys know, I've mentioned it multiple times, it's my favorite anime, or one of my favorite animes, but the mechas, I could have done without them. I really could have. I feel like it would have been more interesting if the characters were just at war with each other and there was no mech, but I guess it would be a little bit harder for Lelouch to hide his identity, but he already did hide his identity with the mask when he was pretending to be Zero. Am I wrong? Am I? I don't know. I'm gonna take a swig of water again. Whew. You right, thank you. It's like Death Note, but even more anime. Yeah, Death Note is definitely more believable as something that could happen in terms of the characters seem more realistic, whereas Code Geass, the characters are more animated, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, things don't need to be realistic in order to be good. It's not as though Funamusea games are realistic, but I love them. Partially because they're unrealistic, because the characters are in such wildly different settings. Like, oh, through the power of friendship, I can materialize a mecha out of nowhere. Yeah. I don't know if that would really work scientifically. Imagine a Funamusea anime. I'm honestly surprised that no one has reached out to Funamusea to try and make an anime adaptation. You mean Ivlis isn't real? No, Missy. Ivlis is real. In our hearts. But I wonder, would Funamusea want to make an anime? Would she allow somebody to make an adaptation of it? Because I know sometimes people that have their creations turned into anime don't always like it because they don't get to have as much say or it turns out weird. You mean Mogeko isn't real? Don't tell anybody, but Poneko is definitely real. I would kill for an anime adaptation. I think we all would. I think we all would do some morally questionable things for a Wada no Hara anime. I feel like that could be so good. And it'd also make a lot of money, you know? It would benefit the people making anime. They could do something creative for once, instead of yet another isekai. There were so many isekais, man. I have wondered about that with Deep Sea Prisoner and her stuff. I think she would want more input on it to keep it true to her stuff and her style. Wait, Poneko is real? I thought you were a voice in my head. Yes, Poneko is a real cat girl. She is the cat girl genius of the world. Fun fact, she's finally going to release the Sea of Death arc manga. Very nice. I think probably the biggest worlds collide moment that I had with Funamusea is when I saw Wada no Hara inside of a bookstore, inside of a Barnes & Noble. For those of you that aren't in the United States, actually, is Barnes & Noble in Canada? And, other states? Probably. I don't know. But Barnes & Noble is basically the most common book chain store. And I saw freaking Funamusea Wada no Hara manga in there. It's like, oh my god. Are some normies actually gonna be reading this? She got the rights to all of the Wada manga again. She wants to totally redraw the first Wada manga. Wow. I heard about the Wada manga coming out and purposely went a few towns over to Borders or BAM to buy it. I love that! Poneko, did you take your medicine? Coldest what? Poneko exits the chat. Yeah, make sure you don't take your medicine though, because I might disappear. Yeah, don't do it. I mean, maybe some medicines are okay. But don't take those meds. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah. Banned from Fumos. A horrible fate. I know! Also, Meowdy Alcavadian, welcome. Basically, what had happened is I got banned from putting in any more pre-orders on the website AmiAmi, which is the Fumo marketplace. It's like the only place where you can get Fumos for non-outrageous prices. And I got banned from there because I made too many pre-orders and I didn't pay for every single one of them. Not every single one. Hashtag free Poneko. Yes, free me! I got my Wada no Hara manga from Sakura Media. Very nice. Still, what Funamusea series would be the top one to go for an anime version? I feel like the most popular, the one that would do the best would probably be Wada no Hara, but I think that the early part would probably have to be rushed a little bit more. Sort of like how in Madoka Magica it took like 3 episodes for it to get dark. I feel like you would have to approach it in a similar way if you were to make an anime adaptation of Wada no Hara. While we're on the topic of books, I started working on my fanfictions again, and they're going kind of good, I think. I don't know. Very nice. I'm happy to hear for that. You would kill for a Mogeko Castle anime. A Mogeko Castle anime would be very, very fun, but I know Mogeko Castle came out like 12 years ago. I still feel like the world is not ready for a Mogeko Castle anime. I don't think that the world could handle it. I think that might be something that comes out in like 2040. Fix our life. I'm happy to hear that, Caleb. Yeah, you know what's kind of funny? A lot of my friends used to really like reading fanfics and talking about fanfics and writing fanfics in some cases, but I was never really interested in them. I didn't ever like writing them or reading them. Like, there were a few funny fanfics that I would read, like the Harry Potter fanfic, where it was about some girl that was a total Mary Sue insert, who had some sort of condition where, like, she didn't have her period, and she grew no body hair, and she had, like, long silver hair with purple eyes. I think that's what it was. It was like some weird Harry Potter Mary Sue fanfic that was really funny. Oh, Meowdy13, how are you? How are you? What if there's some limitation when it comes to making an anime adaptation? There will always be limitations when it comes to translating something from video game to anime or anime to video game. But I feel like with Wada no Hara, it wouldn't be too difficult to make certain changes happen. Like in regards to the part where Wada no Hara destroys all of the crystals. I think that you could probably easily do that in like a quick scene where it just shows her visiting all of these places and not necessarily have every single scene for that. You really need to pick your battles when it comes to anime adaptations because you have a certain amount of time that you need to tell this entire story. And sometimes it can make things feel rushed, and sometimes they are a little bit rushed, but in the end, it is anime. You don't necessarily need to write as much because you're able to show so much more, right? Oh, Meowdy Crew, how are you? How are you? Considering that we live in a bit of a snowflake phase in human history, I don't think the world, especially Twitter freaks, could handle Funa's work. You know, you might have a point there. You might be right. Maybe we should start the world off easy with the Grey Garden and then ease them into it. Right? Ease them into it with the easiest to pick up of the Grey Garden. Wadanohara definitely might be a little bit hard for modern audiences to swallow. And definitely Mogeko's Castle, I think, would have a huge uproar. Grey Garden is probably like the most easily, the least offensive of the three. But I think that Wadanohara, as it is kind of shown in my opinion, would have like the highest cult fan base. Because from what I've seen, Wadanohara is the most popular Funamusea game. Which is kind of funny because it is the most recent, too. Not gonna lie, Missy, you kind of inspired me to write my own fanfics again. I read some of yours and they're pretty cool, so I wanted to start back on mine. Aww! That's so sweet! I think that the Funa works will be a underground thing for the connoisseurs of special artists. I think so too. I think it's certainly possible that it could become something mainstream, but it would definitely be kind of easy to mess it up. Oh, speaking of things that were messed up, oh my god, did you guys see the Higurashi sequel? Oh my god. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I hated it. I hated Higurashi Sotsu. And Go, too. People are like, well, Go wasn't as bad. Partially just because we didn't know the reason why the events in Go were happening, so it didn't seem as bad, because we were all watching Go thinking like, yeah, there's totally a good reason why they're back in Hinamizawa, like, oh, Hinamizawa, excuse me. I'm tired. It's Father's Day, okay? It's a Father's Day. I went to get some brunch, and I'm full, and I'm eepy. Yawn. With the Sadako versus Rika, yes, please. Oh my god, it was traumatic. It was so bad. If you will ever watch, or if you have watched the original Higurashi series, do not watch Go or Sotsu. It ruins everything. For me personally, just to keep my psyche intact, so that I don't have a full-on meltdown, I consider Go and Sotsu to be not canon. I don't think they are. They're too shitty to be canon. They can't be real. They can't. Oh my god. You finally met your uncle? Oh, congratulations. I got some Indian food for Father's Day. Very, very tasty. I honestly liked it. Meanwhile, I thought it was going to be a reboot of the OG series that slapped me with the, oh, this is actually new stuff. I hated that. You want to know why? Because I was trying to convince all my friends to watch the new Higurashi anime, and we were watching it together, and it fucking spoils like half of the show. Oh my god. I was so pissed. I was like, we're not watching this together anymore. Because I don't know what else they're going to reveal. It was so frustrating. And you know, the creators had the gall to say this will be a good experience for new fans too. No it won't. This is a bad experience universally for everyone. And it's especially bad for new fans of the series because now they're going to think that the series is shit. I did think it was going to be a reboot. Yeah, they advertised it as a remake. That's how they marketed it. That was... oh my god, that was the most frustrating thing. I think Higurashi Go might be my least favorite anime ever. My least favorite spin-off, sequel, anything ever. Because, you know, sometimes sequels can be kind of trash because they're just not as good. The problem with Go is it retcons everything to try and make this new dumbass theory make sense. It's horrible. I want to say more about what happens in Go, but I don't want to spoil the original Higurashi. I don't want you guys to know what happened in Go if you didn't watch it, so that you can still remain pure. Bro, damn, they spoil it in the beginning. They do it in the first episode, okay? They do it in the first episode. Not who the bad guy is in the original series, but they do show that... They show some of the magic that's happening behind the scenes, I guess I should say. Oh my god. My least favorite anime of all time. Because I can deal with bad anime, but when you ruin something I love, I take it very personally. The level of hatred I can relate to is how I feel about Berserk 2016. At least in probably Berserk 2016, they probably didn't change the story. It was probably just a worse version of it. But damn, Berserk 2016 is really ugly. Speaking of which, I do need to check to see if there are any new chapters of Berserk. Damn, shame that the author of the Berserk manga died. It is really, really sad. I actually only got into Berserk after he died, like, probably a few months after. Just because I'd always been intending to read Berserk. And I was kind of surprised that the manga wasn't done. It's a really, really long manga, but it is drawn so well. Every single panel has so much detail packed in it. It's incredible. I mean, the series has been going on for like 20 years or so, but you know why. Because every panel is painstakingly drawn by hand. Oh yeah, they did release a few new chapters. By the way, Poe, any visual novel you recommend? I feel like I should start reading something again soon. I don't know if I'd be able to recommend anything that you haven't already read, but when it comes to Ryukishi's works, which include Higurashi, you already know what not to watch, but I would play the new Seconia game, I would play Umineko, I'd play Higurashi if you haven't already played them. You probably have, so then I would maybe play Sayo no Uta, I would maybe play Kara no Shoujo, and Katawa Shoujo. But I really think that if you enjoy Funamusea's work, if you enjoy Higurashi, if you enjoy murder mysteries, Kara no Shoujo is a kind of... It's well known in visual novel circles, but it's not really that well known of a game, just period. So let me get it up on the side here. The thing I really like about Kara no Shoujo is you play an active role as the detective. It's sort of like Danganronpa in that aspect, that they never directly tell you who the culprit is, but you gather evidence along the way, and you're sort of able to put the clues together without it being too obvious, with the game literally telling you, this is the bad guy. So I would play Kara no Shoujo as your next game. Have you played that yet? Did I recommend something new to you? I know you play a lot of visual novels, so I hope that I gave you something new and didn't just repeat a bunch that you've already played. Oh yeah, I was aiming for that one too for a while now. Kara no Shoujo looks pretty interesting. Yeah, Kara no Shoujo, you play as a detective trying to solve these murders that are going on. They're kind of related to people that you already know. So it's not just as though you're looking at a case happening to somebody else and you have no emotional attachment to it. People that you know and you like are getting killed. And so the pressure to solve this mystery becomes even greater. The mystery itself is really interesting. The characters are really interesting. It's set in, I think 1960s Japan. Maybe 1970s or 1950s. It's set recently after World War II, I believe. Or World War I. I don't know. It was set after a war happened. So, very, very interesting game. The murders are interesting, and the story is really good, and the characters are really good too. Multiple endings, you know. So save a bunch so that you can, you know, reload at any time. There are some ecchi moments. Well, actually more than just ecchi, okay? It's rated 18 for a reason, okay? And it's not just because of gore, I'll tell you that much, alright? So you can maybe skip through those scenes if you don't want to see them, or you can watch them and enjoy them. I don't judge. Do whatever you want. Can't miss the H parts. Of course you wouldn't want to miss those, Arlington. Of course not. You can handle the ecchi moments. Okay. Well, if you are older than the age of 18 or 18, then I can't stop you. So many good characters though. Let me show you the artwork of everybody from the show. All the different characters. And yeah, you can also romance people too. So that's another bonus. Cause who doesn't like romancing some anime babes? The guy on the far left is the main character, and he is a really good protagonist too, because he's not like some pussy, baka, annoying simp guy. He's actually smart. He's not rude or mean to anybody. Because something I have noticed is certain characters can be just obnoxious male main characters when people be like, oh my god, he's such a Chad. And he's not. He's just annoying. But this character, he is legitimately not, I wouldn't call him an alpha because I do feel like it's kind of cringe, but he's a good, smart guy who isn't a pussy and isn't annoying, alright? He's not some pussy cat. He's a big catto. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pussy. Nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to that context, he's a good guy. He's the big El Gato, you know? I'm back. Are we talking about anime? We're talking about this visual novel called Kara no Shoujo. Someone was asking for recommendations for new games to play. Another thing that's kind of nice about Kara no Shoujo is it does have a second game, which isn't as good as the first one. You can play it if you want, but the first one is also good enough too. Apparently there's also a third one coming out, or the third one is already out, but it's not translated yet, so I haven't got to play it yet. It's very sad. Yeah, but all of the girls in here, well, most of the girls in here are romanceable in some way. So, yeah. And some of them even die. Shh. Oh. It's very sad. And the other thing too is you're worried that some of the characters that you like are gonna get killed too. So you have to catch this guy in time before he kills more cute girls. Did they make an anime of this? Hold on, I'm looking this up just in case. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Let me check and see. My anime list. Oh god, they did, but it's rated 5 out of 10, so don't watch it. I guess there is an anime, but it's really, really bad. I haven't watched it, but if the people on my anime list are giving it a 5 out of 10, it has to be horrible. Do you know how many 10 out of 10s I've seen on anime lists that are straight up dog shit? If they're getting a 5 out of 10, it has to be bad. Oh no, it's just shmentai? Yeah, don't watch it. Don't even think about it. Close the page right now. Put it away. Yeah, every single person says mixed feelings or not recommended. Don't watch it. Play the original. Thank me later. It's on Steam. It's on Steam, or you can buy it from Manga Gamer. Let me get the page up. You know, I should be a freaking sponsor for Manga Gamer for how much I talk about visual novels. Of course it's a hamtai. It's not! It's not meant to be! Let me get it up so you guys can buy it. I'm doing the research for you. Kara no shoujo. Where is it? Did not have the right filters on? Oh, I have to access the adult section. Excuse me. I was like, where is Kara no Shoujo? Like, did they just get rid of every single adult game? All I see is Higurashi. There's only Kara no Shoujo the second episode on here? Oh my god. I do want to play Kara no Shoujo on stream someday. But I would need to make that a restricted stream. Here it is. Don't click on the link if you're under 18. Don't do it. But yeah, it is, I would recommend it. Here's also the trailer too, if anyone wants to watch it. Does this trailer have anything explicit in it? Okay. I scrolled through the trailer, guys. You're safe. You're safe. I would not expose you to that sort of hentai. I want to play Kara no Shoujo on stream, Poneko the Fearless. I would just need to make it age restricted. I am 30. I am big girl. Yeah, you can look at it, Missy. You can look at it. I give you permission. But if there are any young Pomodachis in the chat, do not click on the link. Even though the link I sent doesn't have anything explicit in it, the rest of the manga gamer website does, so yeah. I'm 17, so I am not the big guy. Yep. You're not allowed, Cooler Soup. Nope. Stick to your Metal Sonic, alright? Yeah, I'm no longer the oldest. Congratulations, Caleb. Congrats. Today's been a good day. Other than the ban. But that happened yesterday, technically, so... it's alright. Gotta wait one more year, Cooler. Yep. Write it down on your list of things to do when you turn 18. The small nuclear kitten should be kept pure. Exactly. Where else will I get my pure radium? Glad you're having a good day, Po. Well, I'm having fun talking to all the Pomodachis again, you know. But now I gotta figure out what new game I'm gonna play. It was so easy to just pick up Grey Garden and play that. Now I gotta be creative and find something new to finish up. Or maybe I'll just do some new TFT. There's some new TFT characters and stuff like that I haven't checked out yet, I believe, so. I might do a little bit of that. Maybe I'll start a new RPG Maker game. What do you guys think of, what is it called again? The one with the mirror. Pocket Mirror? Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Oh, how about Helltaker? Helltaker might be fun. I have seen a little bit of that. I'm kind of ass at puzzles, though. So I'm not sure how well I would do. I do like the cute demon girls, though. So I would maybe try it, but I'd maybe need a little bit of help because I'm kind of puzzly challenged, you know? The Phoenix Wright games are on sale on Steam. Very nice. I already have the first few Phoenix Wright games, though, so I don't know if I would buy any right now, just because I still have the whole trilogy and I haven't even finished the first one. You finished the game in 99 minutes? Dang, it was that long? I love that, though. I love being able to have extra content in the game. It's pretty perfect. Helltaker would be cool for a one-shot? Really? How long is Helltaker? Speaking of games, have you tried out the new sets in TFT? I haven't played them yet. I need to. I've seen a few of my friends post gameplay in Discord, but I actually haven't even sat down and taken a look to see what the new set even is, so I'll have to play it. I see you played strategy games once, so what about Warcraft 3 or CNC series? What is CNC? Also Warcraft? World of Warcraft? And what is CNC? Fantasy Grounds, CNC, Classic Monsters? Oh, Command and Conquer. Let me look that up. I'm on Steam right now. Oh, this looks kind of interesting. It's an RTS. I usually play like the turn-based games, but it looks kind of interesting, but also a little bit complex. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll compromise and add it to my wish list, and if someone wants to buy it for me, they can. No, Warcraft 3, the jewel of all old gamers. I guess I'm not an old gamer then, because I don't know it. Warcraft 3, my beloved. Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. Reforged. Oh! I was thinking, wait. What sort of game is this? Is this an RTS? It looks like it. Come, Poneko. Join the boomer side. I can't! I can't join the zoomer side either. I'm a lone wolf. Warcraft 3 is really good. Reforged is meh, but the OG one is amazing. I will keep it in mind. What about Momodora? Oh. This looks kind of cool. I like the art style. I would consider playing this for sure. I definitely think I should play some of the games that I have in my library first, though. Because I have a lot of games downloaded that I just haven't even played yet. But maybe Helltaker, if you think I can do that in a single stream. Is Helltaker that short, though? Or is Helltaker more like a multiple endings sort of game, or like you just continue to play? You think I could? Alright. You know, just because I'm the casual genius does not mean I'm good at puzzles. So, no, one ending. Really? Huh. Unless you want the secret ending. I probably don't want it that bad. I'll tell you that. Not super long, maybe like an hour or 2 tops. Oh, Meowdy Idase, how are you? Helltaker is a short puzzle game with a secret ending. Okay. Yeah, maybe that'll be the next game. I'll put it on the list. On the good list. Anyways, I think I am going to head on out now. But I hope that you guys had fun chatting. And remember, Tomodachi Pride! Good night, everybody. Bye-bye!